Welcome back to another episode of the 89 Garage. Today's episode is going to be working on a 2019 Lexus RX350. I think I got that right. I'm pretty sure. Alright, as I said, we're going to be working on this thing today. What we're doing is we're just going to change the oil in this episode. Anyway, this is a little different animal than in years past. It's got the cartridge-style filter, but there's also a little bit of a trick to it where we drain some oil from the bottom of that canister. Toyota did that. Lexus is Toyota, if you didn't know that already. But Toyota did that to make it a little bit easier and cleaner to do an oil change on this. In order to do that, your new filter should come with one of these. There is actually a better tool than this that you can buy, reusable. This is meant to be disposable, but basically you put this up in the bottom of where the filter housing is, and it drains the oil out of the bottom. It accepts. You stick a chunk of 5/8 hose on that, and you can put that, I don't have it out yet, but you put that in your drain pan and it helps drain that out of there. And then we got the gasket, that the smaller one goes on the part that this goes up in, and then this larger one goes on the major part of the housing where the filter actually sits. This one here is a Mobile One filter. And then that was just kind of the better one that Walmart had. Didn't really want a Super Tech because they're made by Fram. 0W20 is what this thing takes. It takes 6 quarts. The other quart is right here. So yeah, it actually takes 5.7, I believe. Anyway, we're going to climb under this thing and attack. But it would be nice to have a drain pan. Alright, first things first, we're going to drain the oil out of this puppy. And because this is a Toyota, I'm going to guess this is a 14. Yep. Oh! Can't get that gasket to come with it. Yes, sir. Now this is 0W20, so it's gonna be just like water. Some kind of a lock on that thing that we're gonna have to see what the heck's going on with that. Yeah, there we go. All right. This is a 3/8 flex ratchet. I will put a link to this in the description if you're interested. Very, very handy ratchet to have. I'm going to slide this back over here a little bit so we can catch anything that comes out of this. Should be just a tiny bit. Yeah. This is just a piece of aluminum, by the way. So, and this housing is as well. I think some of them may be plastic, but this one here is aluminum. There is also a special filter wrench for this thing that actually goes all the way over the top of this. I will put a link to that in the description. However, I'm pretty sure that one of my Vivors will just sit right on here, and we'll figure out what size that is. I got a whole kit full of these things, so I'd be surprised if I don't have something that'll work right there. And right here, by the way, is where we use this little unit that we put together up top. And all you do is take this and push. There we go. All right. The whole point of this is to keep oil from getting all over you, like a normal oil filter. So, I'll go ahead and looks like it's going around it instead of through the middle. That's fine. I can see why that other tool would be a much better option here. Okay, well, while we're waiting, I'm thinking that we're down to a drip on that back one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Don't over tighten it. Just make it tight. Tight, not over tight. I feel like this is pretty close to done. So let's get that started. It's also possible that this little O-ring gasket could fall out on you without you coaxing it too. Sometimes you got to get it out though. All right, now let's move on. Spitball on a size. Ooh, right at the front. All right, this here is a 65 millimeter 14 flute. This one's all right, 65 millimeter 14 flute's what we got right there. Let's get my flex ratchet. Well, it goes that way. Why the hell won't it go back this other way? Come on, baby, just break free. See it? You can watch it move just a skosh there. I'll try to rock it. Come on, rockin' me, baby. She wants to come out. Got it. Whew. That looks like the Dorman symbol. So, this has been replaced before. Yes, sir. That's a Dorman right there. See that part number? But if we look that up, that's a Dorman part number, and that's the Dorman symbol, I do believe. This is the Dorman part number, 917016. And we'll just take this here, dump it on its side, and we'll get this filter out of here. It just pulls out like that. Then the new one will slide right over the top of that cone. I'm going to drag this out and clean it up. I'm just going to use Denko brake cleaner for this. All right, so to get this off of here, just grab a pick, zing zang, it's off. This actually appears to be silicone or nitrile instead of rubber, which is better. Okay, it's like that. And then this one here will go right in here. It's like that. Tighten to 25 nm. And don't forget to put your filter in here. Jeez. Takes a filler. Alright, we got it. Perfect. Alright, let's get under here and put this back together. Just gonna put a little of this around the old O-ring here. In theory, should help it come off and seal for the next time. Okay. So I'm just gonna get the old, my torque wrench has Newton meters on it, so all right, there's 25. This little plug says to tighten it to 13 Newton meters. Alright. Take that to 13. Perfect. Alright. Now we can stick this little lock back up here. It goes, yeah, like that. Just showing you that it does indeed take this 0 weight 20. Be a police investigation here in a minute. Again, this is Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic. This has 40% more wear protection than the industry standard, so she'll be good. Yeah, look how thin this oil is. Wow. Before you get here though, let's remember that you got your oil filter on there and yeah, drain plug done, right? Just a little reminder, don't get this far if you haven't done that. By the way, I did just talk to the owner of the vehicle, and they were aware that that filter housing had been replaced, but had forgotten about it. So apparently, I don't know if it was the last oil change or one previous to that, they broke the plastic housing. So we're supposed to be putting 5, which we've done 5. Now we got to do 0.7 to 0.8. So we're going to do 0.8. And so 0.8 is roughly 26 ounces when you do the math on a quart. So 32 ounces is a quart. So we're going to go 6. So we're going to have to be, you know, right in this area, if you can see that, right in this area. Okay, a little bit more. Sweet, right on the dot. I'm gonna show this to you. Yeah, maybe a skosh below the dot, but we're good. This is just a reminder to go ahead and check your oil after you've ran it for a little bit. Wipe it off, insert it again, come back out. It's kind of hard to see, but you need to be between those two dots. And as you can tell, hopefully we are right in the middle. Done. Okay, get in, close the door without your foot on the brake. We're going to push this twice. That's going to kick us on. Give us a couple ding dongs. Okay, and then we are going to push this button here. And that's going to toggle us up to the information. And then we're going to take this button here. All right, so we're pushing that settings button. And we're going to slide over to the cog there. Now we're going to use the down button to go to, oops, went too far, go to vehicle settings. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to hit the oil maintenance. We're going to reset that. And the data has been reset. I'll have an upcoming episode changing the air filter and the cabin filter. Hopefully that'll come in next week. Those are on the way, just not here yet. So anyway, that's the way you change the oil in your 2016 through 2020, I believe. Maybe 22. Lexus RX350. Peace out.